He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
I've been meaning to talk about this for a while now because of some recent videos I've seen online lately of women doing some foul shit, in my opinion. Y'all probably seen the video going around of that one woman who went on a date with a guy and before he even got there had eaten like 3 plates of oysters by herself. Or maybe y'all seen the one of the lady refusing to get out the car because her date was taking her to the Cheesecake Factory on the first date. Just the entitlement of these women thinking that a man needs to take them out to a 5-star joint on the first date is crazy. Or that you're gonna act crazy and order like 4 plates before your date even gets there is wild. Let's talk about it. You can already see she's gonna be a bitch about the situation. Why is it that the first thing that she did was to get in the car and pull out her phone to record? No attempt at conversation with her date or nothing is crazy to me.
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah.
So did she think she was like flexing by recording the guy? I'm assuming she thought this was gonna go another way. She was gonna expose him to women across the world for taking her to the Cheesecake Factory.
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
You get courted? If you get courted, why are you single? You look like you're well into your 30s. I saw some grays in her head, so maybe even older. But she's single and she claims she gets courted?
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative. And at least, you know,
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Wait, hold on. She expects to be taken out to a 5-star, non-chain restaurant, but did not even hold a man's arm? It's too early for that according to her? So it's not too early for him to break his fucking wallet to take you out, but it's too early for you to wrap your arm around his. Make that shit make sense.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm curious to know what's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. Their food is good. I went there not too long ago. He should have taken her stupid ass to Applebee's because that's what she looks like she deserves.
Well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
Hold up, so my man had a plan to actually take her to a nice place and she was late by an hour? So she's the reason they didn't go to a nice restaurant like she wanted? So this was all her fault, and now she's complaining about going to the Cheesecake Factory because she couldn't be bothered to be on time for her date.
Okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing.
I love how he flipped her own dumbass logic on her. Oh, it's too soon for you to invite me upstairs to wait for you if you're gonna be late? Too early for you to wrap your hand around my arm on this date? Well, then maybe it's too soon for me to be taking you to such a nice place.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
Yeah, like I said earlier, she didn't even attempt to like talk to him. She got in his car and the first thing she did was pull out her phone to record. Why is it that there are so many narcissistic and self-absorbed people? Why is it that so many people's first thought is to pull out their phones and start recording? Like, that's wild to me. That's legitimately wild. There are a lot of people out there who see someone who needs help and instead of dialing 911, they pull out their phones to record. It's crazy. It's sick.
And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Good for my man right here. He dodged the bullet. He respectfully told her, hey, we're not right for each other, and said, I'm taking you home. You have these crazy expectations of me on a first date, but you can't even meet a basic one like being on time and cooperating. That's just, it's wild to me, man. I'm glad that guy got rid of her and definitely 100% dodged the bullet right there, or many bullets. You're how old? And the first thing you do is pull out your camera to try and embarrass this man because he was taking you to the Cheesecake Factory, which isn't like Applebee's, by the way. He wasn't taking you to McDonald's.
Yeah, so today I linked with this I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This nigga been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best oysters in Atlanta, like hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on.
So her first instinct is, I'm going on a date to get content and a free meal. The way she's slurping that is crazy. I'm not sure if her date is there or not at that point, but if he is, having your camera out and recording yourself slurping oysters in front of him is f***ing nuts, bro. Jesus Christ.
When the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck.
So her date was there the whole time and she was recording it the whole time. And then women wonder why men be thinking some of y'all just out here looking to use them for a free meal. It's because y'all openly show him that that's what you're looking for. The audacity of this woman is wild.
I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway.
He invited you out for drinks, not to rack up a tab of oysters on him.
So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good, and the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby.
So 4 plates of oysters wasn't enough for her? She had to go for the potatoes with the butter on them too?
Why the f this bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back? The fuck?
Honestly, good for him. What I don't get is why he ain't leave sooner. Why he stayed there for so long, cause bruh, after the 3rd plate of oysters, I would have been dipped. But then again, I don't put myself in those situations cause I don't date trash. And this is the shit men have to increasingly deal with when it comes to dating. I'm not saying that men are without blame because they're not. I believe that men as a whole have some things that we need to work on. But there's a reason why dating has become increasingly difficult for men. These women want 5-course meals but can't even have the common courtesy to be on time. And again, I'm not saying it's all women, but an increasing number of women are doing this. They're out for a free meal. After this crazy video with the lady in the car came out, there was a list put out there of places women said they wouldn't go on a first date. That list genuinely baffled me because what's wrong with the movies? What's wrong with a coffee date? Ice cream? Bowling? Sporting events? Most of these are decent first dates. The whole point of a first date is to get to know someone, to see if y'all compatible, want to see if things can go further. So many of y'all caught up with this material and don't appreciate the little things that you end up getting with that ain't shit guy who spends a lot of money on you, but turns out to be garbage and you don't find out until it's too late because you couldn't be bothered to take the time to see if this person was the right fit for you. I don't know, I just think it's weird how we as a society, how far we've fallen, especially when it comes to dating, and the increase in women who want these 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 feet with a 6-foot dick guy, but they're just regular average fucking people. And there's nothing wrong with being average. There's nothing wrong with being regular. But if you want an extraordinary person, you yourself got to be extraordinary. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace.